The longest government shutdown in American history cost the economy $11 billion, according to a report today from the Congressional Budget Office. The agency expects that $3 billion of that won't ever be recovered, even after workers get their back pay. That's more than half the amount that President Trump wants for his wall, but his economic advisor says it's small change.
In a $20 trillion economy, it's awfully hard to make even the best guesstimates of those kinds of small fractions of numbers. That's what you're looking at here. Let's see how it rolls out.
Press Secretary Sarah Sanders says if a congressional committee doesn't reach a deal before February 15th, her boss will take action.
If they don't come back with a deal, that means Democrats get virtually nothing. That will make the president and force him to have to take executive action.
Otherwise, the government will just shut down again, adding to the uncertainty for the 800,000 federal employees who finally went back to work this week.
Hi there, how are you? Welcome back.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome back.
You too, thanks.
Hi.
Hi, good
Welcome
morning.
back.
Thank you.
This is what it looks like to come back from a 35-day unpaid forced vacation.
Welcome back.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
What kind of work was the FCC not doing during the shutdown?
I mean, there were 5 billion robocalls in the United States last month. The agency shut down its oversight of robocalls. We also stopped our work on trying to get broadband to rural areas.
Jessica Rosenworcel is one of 4 commissioners of the FCC. She and her fellow commissioners, along with Chairman Ajit Pai, seen here nervously greeting employees, run the agency. How do you go through the backlog while also kind of moving forward?
You know, it's a good question. We've never had a shutdown this long, so we're still trying to figure out how to get the right hierarchy of what we do first, what we do next.
So you don't even know how far underwater you are.
We're kind of figuring it out in real time. Here we go.
The FCC has about 1,400 employees,
Oh, man.
and most of them were deemed non-essential during the shutdown.
1,543. Holy shit. There's so many. There's so many.
During the shutdown, the FCC was able to continue its planned 28 gigahertz spectrum auction, but they were not able to take on many of their regulatory functions.
I am so excited to bounce ideas off of you. But the first thing I want to do is list out my long and semi-tedious list of all the things we haven't been doing during shutdown that I've been thinking about and might need some work from all of us. Congress, start reaching out. We had this shutdown, we had some deadlines, we were changing some deadlines. Where does that all stand? And then the question is, as we head into the February meeting, does anyone know what it is? Anyway. Anything else? Or you're just all combing through your emails?
I forgot the password for my work phones. I have to call IT because you're not supposed to log in during a shutdown to check what's going on. And I took their word for it. I didn't do it.
What was the shutdown like for you personally, not getting paid?
Well, it was obviously a big deal. Like half of the salary in my house was gone. We have 2 young kids.
But you're not even sure when exactly you'll be paid, right?
All I know is what the president said last week, where he said we hope we'll be paid quickly.
FCC staff will get back pay for the time that they were furloughed. But government contract workers, like these FCC Cafeteria employees, don't.
I bounced 7 checks.
You bounced 7 checks?
Yeah, 1 check charged $35, 7 charged $210.
You had 7 overdraft fees.
Yeah.
Were you able to find a way to make any money?
Yeah, I find a way to borrow money.
To borrow money?
Yeah, it really affect me.
Contract workers may still be in jeopardy, as the government could shut down again in 3 weeks. Will the agency do anything to prep for the potential of another shutdown?
If we really want to get big and bold things done, we're going to have to figure out a way to make this work without shutting down. But I don't want to spend my time prepping for shutdowns and then preparing to get back up and running. That's a bad use of government resources.